Some families in our region are mourning the loss of loved ones who have died from COVID-19. Dawn Peryer from Plattsburgh died a week ago after a 2-week fight against the coronavirus. Her daughter sat down with us and shared some stories and memories about their mom, her battle, and what they're feeling.
She didn't like her picture taken, so...
No. Dawn Peryer was one of 8 children. She had 2 kids of her own, Sara and Jessica, who say the only thing their mom loved more than her Mountain Dew and raspberry iced tea were her 2 granddaughters.
She doted on those kids more than anything, like they were her life.
Peryer worked at CVPH for 19 years, wearing many different hats in her time there.
And she loved it. She loved the patients, she loved the people.
Peryer lived at the Russell Barnyard Senior Apartments. She was the 5th case of COVID-19 there, and the building was quarantined the day she tested positive. She had COPD and diabetes, so when she first started to feel under the weather, her doctor assumed it was bronchitis, which she would get often.
We had no idea it was COVID until she was in the hospital.
April 3rd, she called me saying she was having a hard time breathing, that she was told she had bronchitis. I brought her here for 5 days, which was until April 7th when that night she was turning blue and we had to call 911 because I couldn't get her oxygen up and she was in respiratory distress, and within 2 hours she was in ICU and the doctors were like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's COVID.
An ambulance brought her to the hospital that Tuesday night and she never left. Doctors hadn't seen any improvement in her condition during her 15 days in the ICU and told her daughters last week they would have to decide whether to keep their mother on a ventilator.
And she's always said she doesn't want to live on tubes, she doesn't want to live on a machine, she doesn't want to live in a hospital forever, and it was a hard decision. I think, even 3 days later, we're still brokenhearted that we had to make that decision.
The doctors were like, she's not going to survive this. There is absolutely no way she will survive this. No child wants to make that decision about their parent, ever. I don't wish having to make a decision like that on anyone.
The hospital allowed the daughters into their mother's room the day she died to say their final goodbyes.
I'd like to think that she heard everything, that she was able to hear her sisters tell her that they loved her. I'm hoping she felt me holding her hand and caressing her and being there for her last few minutes.
Her eyes were fluttering a little bit. She was trying to move her head. In my head, in my heart, it was her telling me it was okay, and that she loved me that one last time, and that it was okay, and just to reassure me, because that's how Mom was. She was always more worried about everybody else than herself and wanted everyone else to be okay.
They say they're sharing their mom's story because Dawn Peryer was more than just another statistic, more than just a COVID patient. She was a mom, a sister, a Grammy. The daughters also want you to know the virus is real.
Don't listen to Facebook. If you honestly think this is a government hoax, you're absolutely wrong. COVID's a real thing. I never thought it would affect our family and impact our family as close as it did. People are dying from this. Healthy people are dying from this. Elderly people, it's not discriminating.
Honestly, the last 15 days have been a nightmare, and I don't wish this on anybody. Anytime I've had a conversation with somebody, wash your hands, wear a mask, don't go out unless you need to. Take the precautions that the Department of Health is telling you to take, because you don't know. We don't know what it looks like. You don't know where it is. We don't even know where she got it from. It's just, this is nothing to play around with. Our mom is now just another number, and that's not who she is. She's a human being. But our family, she was such a big part of our family's heartbeat. And now my sister and I don't have our mom. Our girls don't have their Grammy.